Hi there, welcome to another Blender walkthrough speed through with your blendering folk, the Falcon. So today we're gonna be making this beautiful katana blade from Kimetsu no Yaiba Demon Slayer. I don't really think this blade or katana needs an introduction to whom it belongs to, because we all know that is Kyojuro Rengoku. Damn it, I said it. So today we're gonna be making this blade in Blender. So yeah, I don't normally do any prompts, but this is an exception. I totally loved the movie The Mugen Train, and I just had to do this. And besides, Kyojuro is just awesome. It would be an injustice to not model this fantastic katana. So without any further ado, let's get into it. I'm just gonna open Blender. It takes a marathon to open this. Nah, I'm joking. Okay, so let's open Blender and then get right into it. Okay, so I'm just gonna delete our default stuff there and add a reference image. I download these images before this video tutorial. So here I just have reference images of the great Kyojuro Rengoku so that we can model the blade easy. So there I'm just gonna use my reference image to rough out the shape of the blade. Nothing too fancy. So the video is already long, so I just had to speed it up a little bit so that we don't have to be here the whole day. Hopefully you watch it, the entire video, and someone just interrupted my tutorial. And the images that I got, most of them, like if you look at the blade, the one from the Mugen Train and the one from the Hashira Mitina, there are some subtle differences. I don't know if you can, especially with the handle. The one from the Mugen Train, I think it had more details, especially on the handling. So if you look at so if you look carefully, you will see that there's some differences there. So that's why I had to get a few images just to see the blade, how it is. But I just wanted to imitate the one from the Mugen Train. I really love that one, especially the handling. That's why I have the other images hidden there, so that I can, when I work on the handling, especially the wrappings then on the handle, I can use that one to reference, because this one is a little bit thin. The lines there, the wrappings, they're a bit thin, and I didn't want to make it like that. So yeah, here I was just making the ridge. If you look closely to the image, you can see on the sole there is a ridge. So I was just trying to get the ridge to pop out a little bit, so that this blade can be sharp. We must be able to cut those demons. We must cut them hard. They killed our Kyojuro. We must cut them hard. So here I'm just adding some loops there on the subdivision surface to make it even more smoother and roughing it out, and adding another one in the middle just to get that ridge out. So you can see there we have that ridge. In retrospect, looking at how I approach this sword, I think I should have used the knife tool. It would have been more easy to draw the blade rather than me using that plane. But still, it's okay. But if I were to do it again, it would be easier just to kind of use the knife tool to go around the blade there. So yeah, there I was just making the handle, just getting that shape there, and then go in there, getting the shape. So with the reference, you don't have to really think hard. You're just gonna imitate what's already there. So there I'm just getting the shape, kind of fanning it out a little bit, adding some edge loops, Then fill in the space there, make it look nice. Okay, and then fixing some of the things there. Initially I was gonna start by modeling Tengen's what are those blades, those sharp blades, because they are really cool when they are unique. So I wanted to start with them, but I just said no, let me just begin with Kyojiro's blade, because I really like Kyojiro, man. I really like Kyojiro. I don't know, is it does any characters become more legendary when they die or what? Because I don't know, I just feel like they become more legendary. Look at Jiraiya, he was cool, but after his death there, I feel like we just kind of loved him even more. I don't know, it was the sacrifice, the fight. It just made him more legendary than he was, right? So I don't know, is making characters, or is killing characters off, making them even more legendary, because I'm seeing more of this pattern of killing cool guys in a series also. And the show usually is great. I don't know, does killing characters make the show great, or maybe they were just already great? Let me know in the comment section below. So yeah, I'm just continuing doing the handles there, getting the shape, just adding some loops just to make it a little bit sharper. Then you can see, just trying to make it cool. Fix the blade so that we can center it properly a little bit. And that is a cool looking katana. Okay, so I'm just gonna delete that extra piece that I messed up earlier, and then just tighten up, fix those, and then yeah, I think it is cool. Okay, Kyojiro, your blade is coming along. So yeah, here I was just trying to make, you can see that I'm trying to use the anime version of the katana to get the bends there, because the original, the one that I'm using as a reference, the strings, like I said, they are very thin, and I just want it to be more thicker, like these ones. Although on the anime version of the sword, the anime version, I mean, the bends, I think they were about 10, but I made more than I wanted to here. But I think it still looks cool. It's not that it's not a big of a deal, right? It's not that big of a deal. What the fuck? Okay. So yeah, I'm just trying to align it properly, make it fit on the sword. That's nice. Not bad. Not too shabby. Rangoku, that's not how you spell Rangoku. Come on, man. Have some dignity. That man is a legend. Anyways, okay, so now you can see it's okay. It's coming along. And now we are done. Are we done? I don't think so. Huh. Oh yeah, no, we are not done. And now it's time to model our sword guard here. And I really think it's a cool looking sword guard. It really fits Kyojiro pretty well. It's a flame kind of thing there. I got it off the internet somewhere, and it really made my job easier here to just be fast done with it. So I'm just getting the shape, the shape. Okay. It's not much of a big deal. Just get the shape, and then yeah. I just roughing it out there. I'm the extrude master. I'm extruding everywhere. So yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect, long as it's close to the original thing, right? It will do. And then I'm gonna continue down extruding, lining those vertices there and there, aligning them in edge loops, and then adjusting our vertices, fixing that. Took quite a while to just to align that. I think it's pretty cool, and it coming out okay, I guess. I'll continue that. There's some edge loops, fix, align along the shape of the guard till it looks okay. Then extrude again and again and again. Oh yeah, I'm the extrude master. Okay, so am I the only one who's looking forward to seeing the swordsmith arc? The trailer was just released, and I must say it's really exciting. And now we're gonna be seeing another member of the Hashira fight off another, what do you call those guys, the 12 Kizuki or something like that. So now I think it's Doma. I really don't read the manga versions of this, so I'm just seeing them online that now the foe is Doma, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what is gonna unfold here. It's gonna be cool. I'm sure now we get to see that guy. Who's that guy who's always forgetting stuff? I mean, you will see a bed right away and be asking, what was that bed called again? His name is, what do they call that guy? Muichiro, I think. Yeah, it might be Muichiro, something like that. So it's it will be cool to see him in action. And that other lady there. So yeah, I think the sword guard is coming okay. It's coming alright. Then I'm just fixing those shapes there on the cone-like looking oval. And then we're gonna extrude again for the last part, just to align the shape. And you can see it doesn't align correctly. You just have to adjust it there, then adjust a little bit. Kind of seemed like I jumped to here, where I just brought in the sword guard into the sword and then just place it there. And then I usually like to add some colors to my working space so that I can see more clearly and makes it look more cooler, more awesomely. And here I'm just creating my sword protector. What is that thing? Is it called a sword protector? And I'm just using the sword itself as my guide. Just going through that, the extruding, going through and aligning, making sure it fits. So yeah, so that it looks okay. And add some subdivision surface, level 2, smooth it a little bit. Add some edge loops just to tighten those places up, tighten up, and that looks okay. And then on here I just added some lights so that we can see our scene. Then add some color, add some colors there. So yep, okay. And then I was just trying to find a nice color to complement the sword. Just checking how it looks and all that. Moving my camera around, changing the colors around, moving the lights and stuff. Just till you get something, that looks decent, looks okay. And I'll continue to move those, move the lights around, find what works and what doesn't. Checking if how cycles will render it. Cycles takes a lot of time, so I don't have a lot of time, and my PC is not that strong to work in real time with cycles anyway. So Eevee will do for us, or for me anyways. And then I continue to move those lights around just to get something that I like, and delete those that I don't need, just to we don't have excess lights in the scene. Okay, and change and move around what needs to be moved till it looks decent. Okay. Okay. Then here I was just adding the materials to the blade. These materials I already done them for another project, but if you want to see how I did those materials, you can drop a comment in the comment section below, and I'll make a tutorial showing how I did those. So yeah, then just tweaking those settings a little bit there, just to find something that looks okay. Then I'll tweak it a little bit, just till I get something that looks decent. Okay, and play around with those settings till you get something you like. Then fixing around. Okay, and if you can look, I thought like the blade, Kyojiro's blade was dark, but if you can look at it carefully, it's kind of like a dark reddish color. It's not entirely black. So yeah, if you look at it carefully, you can see that it's not entirely black. So now I just moved here to set up the cameras. I was just setting up the cameras, the focal length of it, just for the intro you saw in the beginning. Then moving those things around just till I animate the empty, and in the camera's focal length to follow, or rather to set it as its focus. And then I just moved around to see, added another camera. Then I add a lot of cameras because I don't like reusing cameras. I just add another camera, even if it's for a small shot. I'll add a new camera. I don't like to reuse cameras. I think it's easier. There I was just trying to find my shots. Well, looks okay. And then, although for this, I think most of the cameras here, I use the same empty for all of them, just to use the empty as the focus for all my cameras, because really they are really pointing at the same thing. I could have easily used the what is that, the sword guard itself for the focus of it, but I just wanted to change it, like where we have in the intro I just wanted to change as it went through the blade, just to show us the magma being displayed. So that's why I just use the empty instead of using the actual blade or the sword guard as my focal point there. So here I'm just setting up the cameras just to get a good clip. Okay, I think it looks okay. It looks nice, right? Looks nice. Continue just to add the cameras there, the motions, and then I'm just changing the interpolation mode there just to linear, so that we don't have an increase or a decrease of the speed in the middle when they are showing us the blade there, when they are spinning around. So yeah, I think that was cool. That was okay. Increase the timeline a little bit there. And again, I was using my empty as my focal, that was my focus rather, and then changing the most of the camera I use. Is it I think 20 something, is it 30 something or 34 focal length? I'm not sure. Okay, and now we have the animation, which is ready to be rendered. But I first did this text, which I think it translated to kill demon or something, hunt of demon. I don't remember. And I was just retracing it there just to put it there. Then again, I think here you could have cut this piece, but I don't think that would have worked. If you cut this piece and then import it into Photoshop, I mean, so that you can use it as a texture, but then again it will mean you have to cut the entire image so that the blade can have a consistent texture, right? So I didn't want to do that, so that's why I just retrace this image instead of me cutting out a texture, I mean, somewhere, and then just placing it there. And again, I just wanted to use my own texture on the blade there, as opposed to the original way the blade is structured, like it's there's like a fiery pattern on the original blade. And then here I just used a magma texture. So yeah, then I just placed the text there, because I didn't want to be getting a text outside and then just placing it there. So I just did a text, which doesn't look too bad though. But building a proper sword, I think you would need to kind of make a nice texture for it. If you were to use this model to maybe in an animation or something like that, you may probably need to do it as a texture rather than me just placing a text there. So yeah, so here I don't know what I was doing there. I don't know, maybe I just wanted those things to look nicer. I don't know. So yeah, then just trying to find a nice color that complements everything there, but without taking like the focus of the image of the sword itself, really. So okay, Just moving the background a little bit there. And then I think I was pretty much done. Only what was left there was just to texture the sword protector there, which we're gonna do in a sec or so. So I think the blade looks good, right? I think it looks okay. I think it looks okay, yeah. So here I just copied that little little model I made, which then again I didn't want to be using textures on stuff like this here, so that's why I just made this little thing. And if you were to like model this sword or something like this for an animation project, you'd want to use the texture rather than me just making it like a model like that and just placing it there. But for this project I think okay, it's okay. I was just lazy to redraw that thing like what I did with the sword guard, because I had to find some reference image just to retrace those flower like or clouds like patterns on the sword just to get that texture. So it was too much, so I didn't want to do that already. It was already too long. So but I think it's okay. Then the animation is playing there. I think it was okay. So yeah. Even when I was playing it in real time just to see if it looks okay. And you can see playing it on the PC there, it was not really that fast. Like you could see it better. So yeah. So I was just trying to see if it looks okay or what. Mm. Yeah, I think my focus here was not working. So I'm kind of trying to check what is going on. Oh, it is working. It's just affecting uh, the 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 back part a little bit too much there. That's why I just take it up a little bit just to see the magma. Yeah, okay. I think that was okay. Okay. Okay, we are almost there. Oh, I didn't mention like the texture. I had already added a texture there on the sword. I just used an image. I just did a pattern on Blender. I just did a pattern. I didn't really go much into it. Should have really unwrapped it all just to make it wrap nicely. So, cause you can easily see the seams there. But I wasn't really focused much on the texture of the sword protector, whatever we said it is. So I was just more focused on the blade itself and the guard there. So yeah, okay. And pretty much that was it. So yeah, I was just seeing if everything looks okay or what. I'm always looking for like good shots when I do these things. So here you can see I was just trying to find nice looking shots that I could place on the screen there. But now when I'm looking at this, I think I could have or should have added more lights just to make it a little bit brighter. Because I just used the actual render from the Blender. I didn't export it to a third party software program where maybe like After Effects or Adobe, where I had to enhance maybe the brightness, the contrast, or stuff like that. At least I just used the actual render from Blender itself, which I think it's okay. It's okay. Like I said, it was just more of a personal thing, to Kyojuro. So okay, it's okay. There you can see I had that initial the actual pattern for the original blade that Kyojuro uses. So I didn't want that pattern, so I just ended up going with the Magma, which I think is also pretty cool. So yeah, I think that was it for this tutorial here. So yeah, hopefully it looks okay. It's nice. Kyojuro would accept it, and then yeah, okay. Yeah, I was just still trying to find some nice, cool looking shots. I think that was another one. You can see I like it when like the light kind of falls on the sword guard there. So that's why I like this shot also. This shot, because you can see the light falling on the light guy. Hence why I'm saying if I added more lights on it just to kind of shine more on it, it would have looked even cooler. But it's okay. Let me just hide that pattern for the original. But yeah, I think it's cool. Yeah, we're gonna stab you, Mujen, and that is it from me. I'll see you next time.